Oh, how's this?
Oh, there you go.
Extremely
Yeah.
pronounced.
Too hot? Too hot?
It might be compared to
What about there? What about there? Better? Less?
a little split the difference between those two.
Yeah.
What about this? Because this is like between 9.5 and 10, so it's like that fine. Can you hear me? A little more?
Yeah.
No, I think it's good. Once you get animated, I think it's going to be just
Once I pick
right.
it up. Is this good? Is this okay?
Yeah.
Does this make you happy, Tim Hall?
Does
this make you happy? This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. Follow us if you're a loser and you want to follow other losers. Put up the stuff. You don't even need to say what it is. At Mr. Brian Sturges, at Josh K. Willis, at Timothy Music Hall. Hall Music? What is it?
Yes. Timothy Hall Music.
Irrelevant.
I like Timothy Music Hall.
Yeah.
Good.
So, welcome to T-shirt Day at Poor Life Choices Studio. Of course, what you can't see is our custom embroidered Navajo designs that will be on our Etsy site later this evening.
Yeah.
Tim Hall, if you could put up the graphic.
Oh yeah.
Of one of our items of a T-shirt with some Southwest turquoise flair that says "Poor Life Choices," that would be fantastic.
Yeah. It'll be up there.
Also, why don't we have a Patreon account? Can't the people who aren't watching not give us money? Like, can't?
I know, why not, right?
Right? Now, Dr. Willis, I'd like to start right off the bat with you. We're going to get right to Dr. Willis because I feel like I miss my buddy. And I'm going to have a heartfelt moment. Which is
okay.
like this because everyone knows I'm scum.
Hard as nails.
Hard boiled.
Yeah, hard boiled. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm over here. I'm Bronson. Except that like part of the movie where he got real fat and out of shape for like 6 months. And then they cut this. I was his stand-in. Yeah. Like, you have no body mass. You're just white. Not the point. The point is that I miss my buddy and I have had an absence of empanadas and it's unacceptable.
Oh.
So,
well, yeah, that can probably be.
At some point, we need to have the Poor Life Choices picnic, which has to be outdoor to COVID regulations, in which we all gather in a park, but not in like a creepy way, although we're all single men without any children in the park. We'll just, you know what? I think it's best if we show up in a van then, like a minivan.
Yeah.
So they think we're parents, maybe something handy on the side. I don't want to go down too many roads here.
I got a panel van we could use, a white. It's got no windows in it though, but we could use that one. Yeah.
You know, just last night I had a woman help me put a sofa into the back of it.
Because of your broken arm. Yeah.
It healed nicely thanks to Ted Danson's Neosporin brand. Neosporin.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
It stings a little, but it does the trick.
It has a quick wit about it, but it comes with a free hairpiece. That's
nice.
Oh, wow.
Now, surprised. Now, how I know we have to circle back to tangent this wrangle about how I miss you when we're going to eat empanadas. But the Ted Danson Whoopi Goldberg couple, they were a couple for 10 years, right?
Really? Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's just and it's not even a race thing. It's just an interesting pairing of two people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't work out, but still, I mean, because
I guess
is
not.
meaningless. Love is kind. What is it? Corinthian columns 24 by 36. All right, sorry. that one made me laugh, and I get so little of them because I get such little joy doing out of these podcasts because every week I've noticed the numbers are decreasing. In fact, YouTube is now, if you watch, there's a little negative side. So the numbers you think I'm getting is actually people that are watching this. They have traveled back like in Superman to save someone older, right? You have changed the entire course of history over a broad who's a typist at a newspaper place. That man should be arrested.
Well, he saved a couple other people.
Oh, come on. You know what I mean?
But yeah.
That's why Batman's so much better, right? Because he's trained to do it. Superman, he's just like living in Northridge,
Midwest?
New Jersey, and he
Oh,
just
okay.
has that stuff like seeping into him. Then he's become a superhero. Where Batman's just like, you know what? I'm a little annoyed. I'm going to study martial arts.
Yeah, I'm
I
a bit
love
peeved.
costume. He was from the theater. Originally,
Right.
Bruce Wayne wanted to be an improv actor, did costume. So he had, luckily, and Alfred, of course, was New York's and Broadway's finest costume designer from in the 1940s and 50s.
Oh, that's
These are some of the backstories that Bob Kane there.
he left out.
These are the things when you get licensed out and you made like Fast and Furious 7, but they're all on scooters or something like due to what's that? The not the Versace. Come on,
Lamborghini.
due to the Vespa,
The best.
Fast and Furious Vespas.
They're electric now. Yeah.
Point is, Willis, if you haven't followed this conversation, is that we need empanadas. I swear to all that is holy, there is a man outside my window right now with a leaf blower. I can't move.
You don't even have
anywhere
leaves over there.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
There's
not a
no
tree in
leaves.
sight.
What are you blowing? This is like one of these fake jobs.
Yeah.
The guy's like, they don't know there's no leaves. I just show up and I make a bunch of noise. I leave. I send the bill. It's great. But I miss you. The point is, see, I'm doing a great job tangent
likewise.
wrangling.
Yeah.
And we need to have a Poor Life Choices picnic, some empanadas, some coffee. You bring the lady. Well,
I like.
Tim Hall's lady will not go, first off. And
You don't think Laura will go?
Dr. America will be busy, and my
Yeah.
lady will have probably something better to do. She is watching all the old episodes of Judge Judy, but Judge Judy when she was doing porn, but we don't need to talk about that.
Oh wow. Is that in preparation for parenthood or
Yes. Yep.
watching the Judge
Absolutely.
Judy?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, I'm still having that kid.
That's true.
So this is called the Sturges Brand Nurseries. So I've taken over some prisons from the state, and I don't want to call it a baby prison, but it's basically where you could drop your child, ages 1 day to a day before 18, right? The laws, and you just it's like, maybe you two want to go to Bermuda, have yourself a little Tommy Bahama shirt, some Mai Tais, leave the kid here at the Sturges South, or like South of Lucas Nurseries. Would you like your child incarcerated? Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
There it
is
is,
that it, by the isn't that the Sal DeLuca mustache? Pretty
That
close,
it?
right?
Yeah, it's a little shorter. I need to do a little bit more work on it. I was very rushed. In fact, Tim Hall, if you could prep that picture while I talk about my facial hair, is that if you remember last week, the one I sent you to your phone,
Uh-huh.
that last week we talked about that we had the baby shower. Oh, the first thing about that is when I'm there are the 3 men, including myself, right, that are all the boyfriends of the women that are there. And then she's like, well, I told that Brian should go, and that's what men do. And they're like, that is not what men do. And she says, Joe, you were there at your baby shower, right? He says, no. So the whole reason that I was at a baby shower was because she thought her other girlfriend's husband was at the baby shower, and that's the new thing. So now we got 3 guys at a baby shower that shouldn't be there, right? That are all plus ones. I brought cigars. Since, and it was nice. And then, I got very beautiful presents for the baby and all sorts of strollers and whatnot. And then after most people left, they kind of broke apart in like a classic 1960s mob where all the women gathered around and talked baby stuff. And then the men had cigars and scotch. And I hadn't.
So a little preview of your future life.
Yes.
For the rest of it,
I'm at the dad table, but I brought cigars, which the women loved. They loved it. They loved that idea. But luckily, this was taking place outdoors. Now, I haven't had any nicotine in 6 months, which is insane.
Oh.
Oh.
And these guys aren't cigar smokers, nor am I. It had been a few years, but I said, have one because the other guy had to become a dad. So I'm an old school guy. They're like, let's get cigars and whatnot. And they didn't. You could tell they were hesitant to do it because if you don't want to get sick or whatever, you don't want to do it. And so I didn't push it. But then towards the end of the evening, they brought it up again, right? So we ended up going and having some cigars. Because keep in mind, we're three men that don't know one another, right?
Yeah.
We're not friends. The three of us have been mistakenly invited to this. Now, one person lives at the house where it's being hosted, so he was there. He was there. Well, the whole reason that any men were there at all was because she said that her friend did it, and he didn't even do it to begin with. But we're having the cigars, and we light it up, and they were nervous, and so we puffed it, and then
Oh.
Larry David moment, you became contemplative, and you'd smoke, and you felt like a dad, and you felt sage. You could feel like you could take over like a captain of industry type, and just smoke on that church show. And we kept smoking, and then they brought out the scotch. Now I wasn't drinking or anything, and they poured the scotch, and I eyeballed that scotch for 20 minutes in front of me. I was like, I don't want to, But then there's like this social man cue where I was like, all right, and then next thing, then you got this whiskey. Guy, you just got everything that's right with America. But now some time had passed since the meal. So the night is over. I'm going to share a little secret with you. The night is over. We had just finished. We smoked the cigars down to the butt like Castro, all the way down.
Dang.
We had a few drinks. Well, we hadn't eaten in like 4 hours or whatever now. So it's time to load the car full of gifts. So I stand up confidently and make my way towards the baby gifts. And I went out to the car, and my body said, oh, God, you poor life choices. and I threw up a little bit in the bush.
Oh, yeah.
Of the thing. But no one was there to watch. So I had to duck down and put it in because it wasn't like I got drunk from drinking because I only had two little thing. It was just a completely empty stomach at that point, 2 solid pours of scotch and an entire cigar after not having nicotine. Right?
Yeah.
And because it had been so long, I forgot about the rule of pretzels, crackers, various salty snacks that men have at a table. Because you just, you eat some peanuts, you have some crackers, and then you're fine. But we had that gargle, and it's never good to have the gargle, nicotine, and the whiskey, scotch. So I was like, oh my God, did anybody see it? It wasn't like a because I felt fine. It was just like a boop, that needs to get out. Just a little tiny little pop up. So I'm looking around like, oh my God, I'm 42. It looks like I can't handle it because I'm the guy bringing the thing, right? The other guys are fine. They're doing backflips.
Yeah, they're doing pull-ups.
So then I go back and I'm like, oh, I can't, I was like, okay, let me pack up the next thing. I go back and it hits me again right by my car. And just a little bit comes out next to my car. It ends up on the street. Ends up like on the street where I'm parked. Now I got a little, right? Now I'm like, why? Because all I'm trying to do is be a good fiance, right? I'm trying to be good. I got brown shoes on, the whole thing, right?
Has she noticed that you've been secretly vomiting?
No one saw because it really wasn't like food poisoning. It was just like, which was worse. It was just like, let's get that out. It was like a lazy man. It was just your body saying, hey, boop, just get that out.
Like you're a go-gurt. Yeah.
So now I have so now there's like this little, Willis, there's this little puke pile next to my car. And I'm like, I'm going to pull away. They're going to see that it's me, but I have no time. See, meanwhile, I'm still acting like I'm not sick by loading the car, right? And then I went to the guy and was like, and he had busted out food just as she asked me to start loading the car. I was like, hey, I don't mean to bother you, but I would love any of those snacks, like beef, because he busted out like beef jerky and stuff because he was obviously feeling it, right?
Yeah.
There's no time. She's like, load up that truck. You get to it.
With the beef jerky.
But I did, right? Because no one knows, right? I've successfully hit it. But see, the first one was in the bushes, which is like you're fine, right? But now it's in the street. It's in the street next to my vehicle. So I just ignored it. I just completely packed it up. Have a good day, and I got out of there before they could come out, hoping that they couldn't put together when they could. So I don't know if after I pulled away, if they came out and then someone noticed it at some point that at their beautiful house that they just had a beautiful baby shower out, there's just a little bit of vomit.
Could have been a roving hobo that came by.
So the lesson is snacks. I forgot about the snacks, because we
Never
had
forget the
we were
snack.
supposed to have the cigars and then some hours passed, so we had it. Forget, you smoke a cigar, have a meal. At least some, soft pretzels and Annie's. I don't care.
Oh, that would be delightful.
But as you know, I was picking different facial hairs on how to upset the lady. And also we decided on the Imperial. So I split the difference and I made the Imperial with a little bit of scruff, which is the new character facial hair for my 2020, 2021, and will most likely bleed into 2022 project.
Dun dun dun.
Oh,
Look at those. Look at that
Huh?
arch.
Look at that. So I'm playing the devil,
Yeah,
right? Huh?
right.
Huh? But then she said, no.
Oh, that quick, huh?
She said, you look like the devil. I said, I know, that's what I'm supposed to be. She's like, maybe not for the baby shower photo. So we agreed on a gentleman's stash. And you have to imagine, and this stash just looked crooked. It's been another week since it was cut. It needs a little trim. It looks a little off. But you have to imagine it with a nice shirt. It does look
Oh yeah, a bow tie.
Yeah. It needs a little bit of love. But I was very rushed when I did it also. I didn't realize how much work it was going to be to do various things. So what do you think of the facial hair, Willis? I'm catching you. 'cause I
Oh,
know you're
that's
doing something
impressive.
else, so I saw it. You see?
Yeah, it's a.
See, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it would make
Many years I was a teacher, sir.
That would make Mephistopheles proud. I think that's what
Ooh,
it would do.
I don't know that
Nice.
reference.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh,
Is that
it's-
like the
he's a
Greek
demon
goddess of
or the
douchey
devil,
facial hair?
sometimes known as the devil.
What is it called?
Yeah,
Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles.
I've
Yeah.
never heard this one. Say it one more time for me.
Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles? Mephistopheles.
M-E
Go to hell. Jim Hall.
P-H. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Why'd you put it? You know what? Go to dictionary.com and hit the thing.
Mephistopheles.
I've never heard that word. 42 years on the planet. I mean, I'm a simple man and all, but Mephistopheles. Never
Yeah.
heard it.
That's a fun one.
Sounds like a Greek last name.
When was the last time that you barfed in a bush, Josh?
was
It's
a
been a minute, Yeah, it's been a minute. I have a beautiful porcelain altar to worship at now.
Oh,
when
okay.
I-
Oh,
when I
see,
get,
yeah. You replaced the
when I-
bush with
the
a toilet.
sickness.
I
Yeah,
like
when's
it.
the last time
Yeah.
you were sick? Not
Right,
at
the
your
evening
place?
sickness. Right. Yeah. Oh, the last time I was sick, not at my place. Man,
I'd like to apologize
It's,
to people who hosted
it's
that.
been a long time. I do remember when I was in grad school. Oh, sorry, was that too loud?
Oh, yeah?
I
Oh,
do
tell us.
remember when I was in grad school. I had an incident where I passed out on the toilet and threw up in my underwear. That was a good time.
That sounds like a magic trick.
It was. I
Yeah.
woke up some hours later, staring into a pile of vomit in my own underwear. So
Which was around your ankles, I'm assuming.
it
Otherwise,
was around my ankles. Yeah.
okay,
right.
good, because
I had
then it
made
would be a
to
real
that- I had
magic
made
trick.
it to that point.
Yeah, that's
Right.
not as bad as your toilet has a flaw for men. Do you know what we're talking about?
Oh, yeah.
You want to tell the good
Yeah,
people?
go ahead. Go ahead. Tell.
You want me
This
to
is the water level this far from the top.
Where if you pee, so sitting down and if you just pee, the pee shoots out of his bowl on the top of his bowl between the seat. So I went to his wife. I hope his wife does not watch this. But so I'm just there and I'm peeing in the thing, and and it just starts shooting all over his beautiful wife's floor. So now I'm like cleaning it up like a crazy person, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, blah blah blah. And then he's like, oh yeah, I do that. I do that all the time.
You got to do depression.
Yeah, it happens. It
But
definitely happens.
now that story probably makes it sound like I have a very small penis. And if that's how you feel about it, then fine. I don't know who's been talking, but they're not wrong.
Well, the laws of fluid dynamics can.
No.
cause
I'm blaming
various-
this state school engineer who made it where clearly it should be like it should go up like a coccyx or like a when you'd fence you had the little what's that thing you put in for your balls when you fence?
A
You know?
cup? Oh, hey, a cod piece?
A cod piece. That's
Okay.
It. He's a fish. Why would you put a piece of it? All right. Well, that's so.
Oh, right. So
here.
I went back to a boxing gym after maybe a year and a half of not working out at all.
Oh.
And it was, I may have overdone it. And by the time the class was done, I was like, oh, and I walked out into the parking lot and there was a dumpster and I crawled behind the dumpster because at that point, you know, I was brought to my knees by this urge to vomit. And I was like crawling on my hands and knees like a wounded animal. And then I vomited behind the dumpster in the parking lot.
Next
And
to
then
where
I-
they usually find babies.
Yeah. And I wiped the dirt off my knees and got up and was like, time to go home.
Yeah.
But it was rough.
When-
You know, what's the cleanup on public vomit, right? Like if you have paper towels with you or something, go, you know, but what's the move? Do you go back in and say, hey, there's like a quarter
You
cup
got
of
a little
vomit on the
spritzer
street,"
bottle. Yeah.
right?
Well, luckily this was in the dirt. It absorbed it, and probably there's a lovely batch of flowers
Did it
there
on
now.
the street in front of their house that had pink balloons up, right? You know what I mean? Class A. It was class A.
Dang.
I
You
didn't tell
should
the- I
bring a
didn't
little
tell the
portable
lady.
hose. You know, just
Yeah. Well, if I had some water or something, but at that point, right, you're just trying to get out of there,
yeah.
right? Because it has now turned dark.
You didn't go up and ask him for a bucket.
Oh, by the way, we should have done my birthday episode because
Oh, yeah.
we should have done like a birthday thing, but we forgot. Like, so I turned 42, which we can all admit is when you should be
Oh.
a man by now, regardless if you are one. It's when you should be one
You're
because
basically one.
Brandon was like 38 in the pilot. You know what I mean? Think about that. And you people are older than I am. How old are you, Willis?
Oh, a little bit older than that.
Okay, fair enough.
I got to do the calculation.
Okay. Yeah. Someone get that man an abacus. All right. Well, we're not talking.
44 myself.
40,
44.
40, yeah, 46. Or I'm
Oh, you
45.
have such
Really not
beautiful
an
skin.
Is this like the early on set of dementia?
No, it's 45. I'm 45.
Nice.
That's right. Till September.
So we had the birthday, and the lady was wonderful, and you know she's like a big beach ball now, and she dies at the end of the day. She's like the Energizer Bunny, right? So she has energy
Oh.
in the morning, and then throughout the day she's tired. And so what we did is I wanted a reverse birthday, where instead of going out for dinner,
Oh,
that
breakfast.
whole thing, right? I was like, let's just get a bacon and eggs, bacon,
McMuffin.
toast, hash browns, and coffee is my birthday meal. It's my favorite thing, right? So I would rather have that. So we went out to a diner and we tried a new place and we had a wonderful breakfast. And then instead of a cake, I said I wanted a donut. So then I got a Boston cream donut and she got a jelly donut and we got, why she's like, I'll bake a cake. And I'm like,
Oh,
you should be sitting on the couch, watching
Judge
what do
Judy.
women watch, Designing Women.
Yeah, it's in the title. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's what
Yeah.
what all
Right.
the ladies are into. The Delta Burke, right? That's the
Oh, yeah.
think
big
the
Delta
30
Burke
Rock, if
fan.
you shoot a bagel woman, whatever. So it was a wonderful thing, and then various phone calls and various things. But what came out during one of the family phone calls is that I had never I was never allowed to have any fun cereals in the house. So when we started talking about sweets and stuff, is my parents wouldn't allow Frosted Flakes or Cookie Crisp or Reese's, anything that doesn't have a lot of fiber wasn't really popular in the house. And since I was an only kid and
No
they only
Lucky
loved me
Charms?
so much, Lucky Charms, I would have stabbed my neighbor in the face with a number 2 pencil just for a whiff of the sweet berry goodness.
Just for a single marshmallow. Yeah.
So she started listening to things, and I said that I had never had Cookie Crisp. And
Oh.
she said, "What are you talking?" She's never, I said, never in my life. So we made a whole thing. I said, "Oh, we have to get Cookie Crisp." So when I was at the supermarket yesterday, smooth, I purchased some Cookie Crisp.
Yeah. Does it live up?
Well, I never thought to eat this because it looks like cookies. Also, this is kind of a great what's your eyeball there? Visual representation of America. This is why your kids are fat. This is why your San Diego has no leg. You're looking at.
It's fortified.
Yeah, I don't think it is. So basically, you have a wolf, El Coyote.
Oh yeah.
Wait a second. Who is this designed for? El Chapo. It's just a picture. El Chapo Cookie Crisps.
Why is there a wolf having anything to do with cookies?
I never had it, but wasn't it a burglar like the Hamburglar?
Yes, you're right. Yes, it was a burglar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I never even had it, but they changed everything. But the point is, it's just a bowl of cookies, and this is everything that is wrong with the U.S. So I tried it for the first time this morning with the lady, and it actually melted like a cereal, and it was good. And I mean, as a grown man, I could not. You can't eat this. You can't respect yourself. You can have this at late at night if there's a little bit of but this isn't a fortified breakfast. But here is the thing. Here is the rub. Because my parents never let me have fun, including video games, sugar cereal.
You couldn't have fun either?
Oh my God. I couldn't even play with the neighbor kids, so I wouldn't grow up one of these guys with dirty nails.
Here's the burglar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There he is.
Yeah. Hit on that. Can we get that a little larger?
Apparently.
Whoa.
There we go.
That brought us to eBay. God, I love the interweb.
Maybe because it's Ralston. I think it got bought out, and then
there he is.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's a
Cookie
copper.
burglar.
Yeah. So it's
He has a hat.
and it is fortified with 9 vitamins and minerals.
Not anymore.
And now with less fortification. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no fortification in this. But when I tried it, it was less cookie. I mean, it was good. But here's the thing. What the treat in my house was Honey Nut Cheerios, right? That was like, enjoy yourself. But here's what I just noticed.
It's all the same.
Exact everything. They are the exact calories per size. They are the exact sugar. They are the exact fiber. They are the exact everything. Cookie Crisp is just as healthy as Honey Nut Cheerios. My mind is blown.
So is mine.
I know we got less than a minute.
Yeah.
Because we don't pay. We can tell the people we don't pay the $13.99 like a couple of ales. Poor Life Choices Productions. Look, so it's 140 calories for a cup. Oh, there's actually more. There's 2 grams in the Cheerios, 1.5 in there. There's more sodium in the Cheerios. They're the same amount of sugar. They're the same vitamins. Cookie Crisp, this just in. Cookie Crisp is just as healthy as Honey Nut Cheerios. So take that, Mom. Hi, I'm unsuccessful actor Brian Sturges. Do you have a child?
Oh.
Do you have a child who enjoys cookies, but you just can't get him to eat breakfast? Do you got a real big tub of American lard who can barely fit in his Oshkosh buffettis? Huh? One of these didn't lose the baby fat, just kind of a fat preteen. You got one of these pubescent, spending too long in the shower, crusty washcloth situations. Check out El Chapo's brand Cookie Crisp with all the Cookie Crisp and all the coyote.
Oh,
Oh,
listen to that crunch.
I have a thing.
You got
too,
a
if
thing?
you-
I want to do
Yeah.
your thing.
Okay.
All right. All right.
All right,
So
let's go.
it's not so much a technical question as like an existential question
Oh.
that I think I have an answer to. But so this last weekend I went down to San Diego and we were hanging out with my brother-in-law Sean, and he pointed out that guys have a ton of ways that we say we have to go pee, right?
Yeah.
Take a leak or drain the lizard,
Squirt.
see a man about a horse, right? Yeah, exactly.
Drain the
Take a
main
hot
vein.
piss.
Yeah. But girls, they don't have any, right? They have powder my nose, and that's like 100 years old, right?
Water closet.
Water closet, yeah.
Is it the water? The WC?
So-
They don't
Yeah,
say
so
take a
he-
squirt, pop a
I
squat.
mean,
They
I
don't
don't
do
say
that?
drain that clam.
he
Oh, no.
he came up with a few, and we did too. So I have collected as a public service to women everywhere. The top 10 things that girls could say instead of "I have to powder my nose." So here we go.
Spinning.
Yeah.
Tactical questions.
so like my sister-in-law, for example, she, instead of powder my nose, she could say, "Hang on, I have to go drain the clam juice."
Oh,
Right?
that is rough.
Oh, I feel like so you got to cut mine out because I feel like I feel like I
Well,
stole your number
Don't
one.
worry, there's more to go. So wait here while I go break the beaver dam, right?
Oh my God.
And like Brian, I feel like
Uh-oh.
if I feel like I could actually hear this one in your house if I were to come over. I'll be right back. I have to release the Kraken.
Oh,
right? But
The octopus?
like fancy people, like they have to, like fancy people, they needed some too. So we had some like sophisticated ones.
Was
like
that,
if you
was
were
that
in
a dig?
no,
It might have been.
Is it the unevenness of the mustache that says to you that I'm,
Well, I think release the Kraken's quite a low. So but if you were like spending a night in a castle, like a British castle.
Yes.
And
As we
someone's
do
like,
sometimes.
I say, have
I'm-
you seen Lady Fauntleroy? Oh, I believe she's doing the yellow curtsy.
Oh,
Or maybe
All
she's
right.
disgracing the throne,
There
or
we go.
even gilding the tuffet. Which
Oh, I like that one.
actually, Tim, I thought of that. I thought of you for that one, right? I could hear, you're knocking on the door. You okay in there, honey?
I'm
Yes, Dan,
gilding
just
the
gilding the tuffet. Exactly, right?
this segment brought
Gilding
to you
the
by
hell out
Hazel
of this
Box.
tuffet.
But okay, so my wife though, she's more direct. So in my house, it would be more like I gotta go hose down the mud flaps, or spill the taco.
Oh my God.
But for for the number one way to say I have to pee, like for
And the
example,
number one way to say
number one,
I have
right,
to pee
Is
is twatterboarding.
Okay.
Twatterboarding, right?
oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. Now there were if you were to call my house and that is Dr. America there? No, I'm sorry, she's busy twatterboarding. Can't come to the phone
We're so
because
canceled.
she's twattering.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It is now
But,
gone.
there were
from
some that-
used to two.
There were some that didn't make the cut, like unzipper the dripper or squirting the curtains, squeezing the beaver, milking the muffin, mopping the runway. But it's
The runway.
I felt like there was a gap, and we needed to fill it. So,
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if those are gonna get picked
Yeah.
up.
I mean, no.
Well, the important
Release
thing
the
is you work
Kraken.
for Ness.
That's right. Exactly.
Offended by
Thanks for
this bit?
dropping that in
Contact
there, Ryan.
JPL
Yeah.
and please send a transcript of this entire podcast.
I'll have to ask the lady if she has any. I don't.
Yeah.
She's too good.
Do they just say I have to go to the bathroom
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the
or
go-to.
the ladies' room?
Yeah.
They
well,
never
I-
say my
now-
teeth are floating or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. I can taste it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna be like a racehorse.
Ooh, classic.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. And that was a successful technical questions with John. Dude, that was great. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
It
most
was my pleasure.
I'm most impressed that he had a bit ready to go. That was the best part of it. That was like the greatest gift ever. Oh man, that was so good. All right, Tim Hall, what are you bringing to the table this week?
damn it! I knew you were gonna ask that.
Did you?
I told you that. I told you that story about me vomiting, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a hit.
All right, done. So let's TikTok it. Get the fuck out of
All
here.
right.
Oh, I had my friend Karen call me this morning, and she's like, "I'm mad at you." I said, "Why?" Because you doing a podcast without me. I said, "Why the hell would I do it with you?" She goes, "Well, you got a podcast with all your friends, and I'm your friend." I said, "No." So, if you really want to be in an episode, you'll comment on how you're seeing this because you're obviously watching it every week, and then we'll have you on.
There you go.
So text me the password upside down pineapple, which is the sex swing thing. You know that, right? You guys know about that? If you put a pineapple upside down in your shopping cart, means you're a swinger. And houses that have pineapples on flags and stuff. So pineapples are the sign for swingers. So just in case you're like, look at that lovely couple, how they have the coconut flags around their pool and stuff.
No.
Oh, okay.
These are the things that my father and mother were trying to prevent me from learning by keeping Cookie Crisp away from me and Nintendo and all of that. And what I figured out about my childhood trauma is that the reason I am the way that I am is because they tried to constrict it so much that it's just rebellion. Just like, you know, your parents were all about Jesus, and then you were like, I work for NASA.
Oh my God. That poor baby.
Oh boy.
That one was for men over 40. My body's changing, I'll tell you that, but not like
in a fun way.
Yeah, but not in like this liberal 2021 way where I identify as not a sexual predator. Does that mean it works? For those listening, there's a meat protest happening, and the man's having a chicken sandwich while standing in front of the meat.
Oh, she giving him the side eye. Oh, that was the best detail.
Yeah. Listen, if your daughter's going to like liberal university in North Hampshire or whatever state you got up there, this is what happens. Okay. Send your daughters to business school, medical school, lawyers, none of this hippie stuff. Oh, I saw a pregnant woman at Hooters the other day. I wasn't in the Hooters, but nonetheless,
I've never been to a Hooters.
You never been to a Hooters? Oh, you're missing out on 1994, my friend.
Trip.
Oh, a field trip.
Let's go do it. Let's go to, you know what? Go to unnecessarytalk.com/Hooters for 5% off ass blast wings.
Rip to you getting a good job in the future. Who's gonna tell them? I literally work for Gucci. No, but I make good money and I love working there. So thank you.
Okay. She will also be found in an alley. Let me tell you what's going to happen to this woman. We will find you. Just that little smell. You're going to see where Tim Hall had vomited in back of a dumpster, and they will most likely find that's not going to work out. I had a friend of mine named Caesar who worked at Victoria's Secrets. He stocked the underwear late at night when the mall was closed. I don't think he's a VP of development. You know.
Was she saying that she works at Gucci, but she's actually works at McDonald's?
I was
confused by the hat.
Yes, I did notice. That. But like, she works at Gucci, but in what capacity? Someone works at the Metropolitan Museum cleaning the toilets. Doesn't mean you're, that Michelangelo. That you're no Leonardo DiCaprio with your Italian art nonsense. Oh God, Kung Fu, the legend continues.
Indeed.
Hook yourself with a belt in a hotel room.
That was a large flying.
Yeah.
Real man.
Yeah. Wow.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't like these videos. So far, I'm unimpressed. And wasn't Tim Hall curating the decks also? Wasn't there a, we were starting to, Josh can't do it because it's Chinese NASA. NASA won't allow him to download TikTok.
That's
If
right.
they do, would you please contact Kim Jong-un and have him unlock my one, please?
Hi there, it's me, it's Casey. Just a little thing some of you probably didn't know about Get Down Tonight. When I first started recording it, I called it What You Want Is What You'll Get. And then I got to thinking about it and thinking about things I do and everything, and I thought Get Down Tonight would be a much better song, much better sounding words and stuff, and I could do a lot more with it lyrically. So I renamed it Get Down Tonight. Do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. Yeah.
All right, then.
Leave that up for a moment. Would you scrub back to about halfway, please? So you guys, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Even better. You guys know who this is, right?
No. I mean, is it the KC from the Sunshine Band?
It is Casey from the Sunshine Band. I thought that the lady's on the other side of the wall marking away from something. This is why I need another office. She's in there making Jiffy Pop when this genius is taking place. Right. So that's Casey from the Sunshine Band. But go back a little bit. Can we get a forward-facing Casey? Yeah, right there. So I'd like to acknowledge the fact that you look a little rough, Casey. And I don't mean this, but he's a little sweaty. He's
playing
on
tennis.
the tennis court.
Yeah.
He feels a little wide in the face, which is, an older man. Well, looks like you've had a few drinks. Your dye job is unnecessary. And I just, why did this happen? Notice how his t-shirt is like, the wrinkles have started, the sweat, and it's folded in on itself. But
Looks like one of my t-shirts.
But play it here. He's winded. And then, of course, like any other comedian like myself, he doesn't know when to make an exit. He keeps going longer. So he's like, you know what it is? His agent called and said, listen, KC, the kids today are doing the best. They're doing the TikToks. You got to get on there. But I'm playing tennis, boss. Yeah, you got to do it right now. Don't wait another second. Do a ticket. But I'm sweaty, boss. Nah, it doesn't matter. People will know who you are on TikTok.
Indeed.
Well, no offense. I actually love him.
Hey, turned it around.
So this is a very popular trend on the TikTok where you throw meats or cheeses. Apparently you say Abu Danza while throwing some pasta in your child's face. It is like, the new thing. I don't get it. And the lady, I almost said her name. The lady saw the video, was like, if you do that, I will leave you. And I said, I have ordered 12 pounds of ham.
Yeah, it's too late.
It's too late.
I have
You
so
can't
much
return
ham.
it. I bought a quarter hind of a pig on clearance.
Never shut the cabinets. Be a man.
Do you know how much she top 3 least favorite things about me to the lady is that I will leave every drawer open.
I do the same thing. Yeah.
Is that a man thing?
I don't know. I think it's because I'm a man of action and I'm ready to move on to the next thing before I could.
Right. I got a life to live here.
Yeah.
That's why the rich people have the one that auto close. Right. You pull out, you grab a spoon.
Oh, yeah.
And it's silent for you. You know what I mean? If you're a peasant, if you don't have automatic door silverware closers, okay? Let's be hip.
Wait,
So-
is that who I think it is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he looks a lot different.
Orenthal- What's his name?
Orenthal James.
That's it. You might know him most famously from decapitating his wife in a wedding.
Yeah.
Allegedly. I don't want to You know, they have released the Broncos this year again.
Oh yeah, they came out with a white limited edition 1994.
Yeah, it's called the AJ edition, and there's blood in the back seat. Hey-o. Too soon? I can't believe the Cosby kid was the murderer. That's what happened. You know, what's his name smoked some marijuana there. What's his name there? Theodore Huxtable there took a little bit of the toke. Remember, he got in trouble or a cigarette in school, and he grew up to drive OJ away from a murder. See? Don't do drugs.
Dang.
Wow.
And if you call me a bitch, make sure you say that before you call me a bitch, you call me stupid.
Okay. That might have been. I would have put that on the cutting room floor, but it's been released.
Sure if that's a bit or not. If that's not a bit, if it's a bit, I love it. That's great. If it's not, it's classic.
Oh yeah, true.
Either way, you're pretty happy.
I'll only perform for Mitzi. So someone's trying to rob the armored car. He puts away the pistol.
Holy moly! It's got an ACOG scope on it.
Oh, look, the trucks are trying to smash him to get him off the road. Yeah.
Yeah. Good God.
Yep, we're gonna load that. Look at that.
I love how it says, "Look at his face." Like, what do you expect his face to be?
He's getting shot at. You know, right?
Yeah. He's gonna be a little concerned.
That is really a realistic Jason Bourne. I mean, like, there aren't a bunch of cuts in real life. You're just trying to not die for like 3 minutes in a row, you know?
Yeah.
But that's crazy. I mean, that is what a shootout, that's the inside of it. That's the inside of of an actual shootout you'd see on a highway. There's too many baby videos.
Give me that. Love them tots.
This episode is baby heavy. It's in celebration
like
of the baby shower.
You know what I like about
you've
that
been
one?
What?
That's not even the family, right?
No,
that's just some
that's just
random person in the booth next door.
Yeah, play it
trying
again,
to
would
feed
you?
the kid through the glass.
Let's see that one again.
Like it's the zoo, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Don't feed the babies.
Classic. She's got a little hair bow. Could you believe I'm going to be someone's father?
I can't.
No, not at all.
I'm going to be responsible. Oh my God, this poor girl. Can I start putting money aside for her therapy now? Like, how does it work? Do I just, you know what I need to do? I hate to say it. I need to make the will. So in case I die of a heart attack because I can't get these episodes out in time to no one. When I give myself a stress attack over nothing.
And coming up, this is the last TikTok. And it's a baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boop.
He knows how it's done.
All right. We don't have one raunchy video to pull this week. Those were so.
They were pretty tame.
This is a pretty. There's got to be one.
You know, there was a shower and vomiting. You know, it speaks to your recent activities. Interesting.
Well, apologies again to the homeowners. Thank you for having me at your house. Appreciate it.
Hopefully it rains soon. Yeah.
Sorry. I know that's the thing, right? Because in your mind, you're like, it'll wash away. It doesn't wash away. It was deep, like in LA, like hot, you know? Hot.
Arid. Yeah.
It's gonna dry out.
This was another episode of UnNecessary Talk with Bryce Curtis and Follow Me. We're done.